While many struggle day after day to make their salary last until the end of the month, a minority discovers how to make money work for them. There is a silent truth about money, something few understand that transforms the lives of those who learn it. The old formula of working more hours and saving everything you can does not lead to financial freedom. In fact, it is what keeps you in the same place. The secret to building wealth is not just in exchanging hours for money, but in understanding how money truly works, how it can grow, and generate independence. In this video, we will reveal the true path to accumulating wealth from scratch, without magical shortcuts, but with concrete and accessible strategies that few know. Are you ready to change your perspective on money and finally open the door to freedom? Wealth has proportions that most of us can hardly imagine, and understanding this is essential to reorganize how we see money. When we think of someone who is a millionaire, it is natural to assume that this person has made it in life. But what about a billionaire? The difference between $1 million and $1 billion is so absurd that it's hard to compare. To visualize it, if someone spent $10,000 a day, it would take almost 300 years to spend $1 billion, but they would need less than 3 years to spend $1 million at the same rate. See how immense the difference is? This disparity can, without us realizing it, shape our expectations and even demotivate us. Seeing large fortunes can make us think that this is out of our reach. But here is the key. This idea of "it's not for me" prevents many people from moving towards their own wealth, whatever that may be. What is a prosperous and fulfilling life for you? It could be that extra that brings financial security or perhaps complete independence. It's worth remembering that a large part of today's super-rich did not start with these fortunes. Data shows that 68% of ultra-wealthy individuals built their wealth from scratch. Yes, most worked and innovated to reach the top. These people were not just fortunate. They saw opportunities, solved problems, and thereby multiplied their chances of success. That's the point. This ability to see what others do not is accessible to all of us. Instead of seeing money as a distant dream, perhaps it's time to adjust the lens and realize which paths can make wealth a natural result of our actions. The first step is to understand that the potential to generate wealth is more accessible than we imagine. Often, our beliefs about money start even before we understand what it means. From a young age, we hear phrases like, "money doesn't bring happiness," or "the rich are greedy," which creates a distorted view of wealth. This perspective, combined with influences from the media and Hollywood, often limits the potential of many. We end up believing that being financially successful is almost unattainable or brings problems. These stereotypes, however, are far from reality, as true financial independence is built with responsibility and a long-term vision. Throughout life, many of us grew up with the idea that working more is the only way to earn more. A fixed job that pays by the hour or month may cover basic expenses but rarely offers real chances to build something meaningful. Now, if we think that a person earning $20 an hour would take about 24 years to save $1 million, not counting expenses and inflation, it becomes clear how limiting this logic is. We need to adopt a different mindset. Instead of just seeking a salary, we should seek to create value. To change this mindset, it is essential to challenge imposed beliefs and understand that money can indeed be a means to achieve quality of life and even happiness, as long as it is used with purpose. Studying the trajectories of people who built fortunes shows that the secret lies not in the money itself, but in how they think about it. They see money as a tool to create solutions and, with that, generate wealth and value for the world. And here begins the true transformation. By breaking these mental barriers, we start to see money in a new light, as something that can and should be pursued without guilt. This change in mindset is the foundation for any successful strategy, paving the way for us to redefine what it means to build wealth. Many people go through life believing that a fixed job and a good salary bring financial security. This may cover basic expenses, but this mindset rarely leads to true wealth. To build significant wealth, one must go beyond merely exchanging time for money. The key lies in creating value. When we focus on solving problems and offering solutions that positively impact people's lives, money becomes a natural consequence of that process. Think about it. Someone who dedicates their time and skills to solving a common need, like Steve Jobs did by developing the first personal computers, offers something of value. He was not just after money, He wanted to transform how people interacted with technology. This transformation impacted not only millions of lives but also his own financial life. The money was the direct result of the value he created. When motivation is solely the salary, there is usually a very clear limit on how much one can earn. Working 8 hours a day for a fixed salary, for example, offers little margin for financial growth. Those who really want to thrive need to think beyond immediate security. Instead of focusing on the time worked, the focus should be on how much value one is generating, whether for clients or for society at large. By changing this perspective and thinking of ways to generate value, we open doors to a new view of wealth. It's a mindset that allows us to go beyond the conventional and start exploring practical strategies for generating extra income and building wealth consistently. The truth is that money and wealth arise as a response to solved problems. The greatest entrepreneurs and investors in the world are, above all, problem solvers. They see difficulties that affect many people and find ways to make their lives easier. Jeff Bezos, for example, saw the need for convenience and created Amazon, revolutionizing the global market and generating wealth for himself and others. Solving a big problem can also bring great rewards. This logic does not apply only to large companies. It is present in our daily lives. There are smaller problems that, when solved, can yield great financial returns. Imagine someone identifying the need for a fast delivery service in their city and creating a local solution. Even on a smaller scale, addressing a demand in a practical and accessible way adds value and generates extra income, becoming the foundation for sustainable financial growth. The secret, then, is to observe the problems around us and understand how we can help solve them practically and efficiently. A revolutionary idea is not always necessary. Often, all it takes is a keen eye and a creative approach. When we solve problems, the value generated is rewarded financially, showing that by helping others and improving people's lives, we are simultaneously building our own path to wealth. This ability to see opportunities and difficulties prepares us for the next step, creating solutions that grow over time, without relying solely on our daily efforts. When thinking about increasing earnings, it is essential to understand that time is a limited resource. Working more hours may bring immediate returns, but it does not generate sustainable long-term growth. Therefore, those who wish to build wealth seek scalable ways to generate income. A practical example is online teaching platforms, where experts create courses that can be sold to thousands of people without them being present for each sale. The value is created once, but the income multiplies. Automation is another ally in this process, as it allows tasks to be performed without constant supervision. Imagine an online store that uses artificial intelligence to recommend products, increasing sales without human intervention. Or think of automatic investments, such as funds that allocate resources to defined strategies, allowing capital to grow without the investor dedicating daily time to it. This ability to make money work for you is what distinguishes common income from wealth building. Another advantage of scalability and automation is the freedom they provide. When you build a system that operates independently, whether it's a store, a content channel, or a subscription business, you create space to focus on other important areas of life. This can mean having more time to develop new ideas or simply enjoying the present, without the constant worry of daily income-generating obligations. It's the famous passive income, where money grows without depending on your continuous effort. With these foundations of scalability and automation, the path to financial prosperity becomes closer, paving the way for the next step, where freedom and time become the most valuable resources. When a business achieves success, it's strategic to consider the right moment to plan an exit. Many entrepreneurs and investors know that at some point, the choice to sell, expand, or delegate control can be the most advantageous. The sale of Instagram to Facebook is a well-known example. The founders realized that by selling, they could leverage the structure and reach of a giant. For investors, a well-planned exit strategy means converting the value of the business into significant gains. Maintaining control can be ideal in certain cases, especially when the business still has room for expansion. The founder of a local e-commerce business, for example, may decide to expand operations to other countries or markets instead of selling. They can seek partners, investors, or even automate part of the process, as discussed earlier. In this way, the business continues to grow without sacrificing the established foundation. However, a successful exit requires planning. Those opting to sell must prepare the company by investing in structure, organization, and processes. This not only attracts better buyers but also increases the value of the business, enabling a more advantageous negotiation. Think of brands like WhatsApp, which became attractive due to their expansion potential and were acquired for significant amounts. Knowing when and how to exit a business is a strategic skill that multiplies financial possibilities, allowing focus on new opportunities or enjoying the fruits of one's efforts. And this leads us to the true objective of money, a means to achieve something greater. It's easy to associate wealth with a bank account full of digits. But the truth is that money, in itself, is a means, not the end. Many seek money for the freedom to make choices, breaking free from stressful jobs and living previously unattainable experiences. Instead of being a slave to a salary, true wealth offers the chance to carve a unique path based on one's own desires and ambitions. The value of being able to decide your schedule or dedicate yourself to personal projects without worrying about making ends meet is priceless. Those who achieve financial independence are at a point where they can say yes or no to opportunities, not because they have to, but because they truly want to. This is the freedom that good financial management offers, allowing a person to focus on what truly matters, whether family, health, hobbies, or new knowledge. Financial freedom does not require luxury or excess. True freedom is simple, the ability to choose. Those who have financial freedom do not feel trapped by a single path. They can explore, learn, and even make mistakes with security. An emergency fund, for example, provides initial freedom, as it alleviates the pressure of relying on a single income stream and allows for the exploration of new sources of extra income with peace of mind. Pursuing wealth is, above all, seeking the freedom that comes with it. And this freedom, once achieved, brings another reflection. If time is our most precious resource, how can we use it in the best way possible? As we seek wealth and freedom, a deeper awareness arises: the irreplaceable value of time. Money can be earned and lost. Time, however, is finite and irretrievable. This leads us to question: is it worth spending precious hours on a job that doesn't satisfy, just to receive a salary? Those who understand the importance of time begin to realize that it is the true asset, and each choice should reflect this value. How many times do we trade hours of life for tasks that bring no purpose? Re-evaluating this scenario, many realize that seeking passive income sources, such as investments or automated businesses, is a way to earn without sacrificing the time that could be dedicated to something meaningful. Instead of seeing work as a direct exchange of time for money, we can build something that allows for earnings while living life with more freedom. A practical example of this mindset is investing in assets like real estate investment trusts or dividend-paying stocks. These investments provide a continuous income, allowing the investor to dedicate their time to activities they consider valuable, such as spending time with family or enhancing their skills. This type of choice elevates time to a priority, showing that money should serve the purpose of living with quality, not the other way around. When we realize that time is our most precious resource, we change our relationship with money. It becomes a means to ensure a fulfilling life, where every hour counts and the focus is on enjoying rather than just accumulating. After all, while money is renewable, time is a unique resource that only we decide how to spend. Having control over your finances is the first step to achieving the freedom that so many desire, but few truly attain. Ask yourself, are you ready to break free from financial limitations and start down the path of true growth? Often, a simple change is the beginning of a great transformation. To facilitate your journey, I have left in the pinned comment a practical tool that could be the key to organizing your finances once and for all. With it, you will have a detailed view of your expenses, be able to plan your savings, and start investing with more security and intelligence. Don't let this opportunity slip away. A small investment now could be exactly the boost you need to achieve your financial independence. And, of course, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue receiving content that will help you get there. Let's build the future you deserve together.